Okay, let's start with something pretty wild. Did you know that right now, autonomous systems are responsible for, get this, 75% of all equity trades?
75%.
I mean,
Yeah.
that means most of the market movement isn't some person in a tie,
Mhm.
making a call. It's an algorithm. Zero fatigue, just executing.
It's incredible, isn't it? And that number, it really defines this whole new economic paradigm we're seeing. This deep dive, it's basically your shortcut to getting what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
We've waded through this huge stack of research, and by the end, you'll know the three key business models really driving this AI revolution.
Wow.
And more importantly, the specific tech, they call it agentic AI, that lets businesses almost run themselves. You'll definitely know something. The average person just scrolling LinkedIn, well, they won't know this level of detail.
Okay, good. So let's unpack this mountain of sources we have on what people are calling the AI-powered business revolution of 2025.
Yeah.
Our mission today, really, is to see how AI is moving out of the sort of theoretical lab setting
Yeah.
and becoming the core engine in actual business operations. We're talking real transformation, right? Not just like tweaking a spreadsheet or handling basic FAQs.
Exactly. And for anyone listening who runs a business, you know what it's like. It often feels like trying to navigate LA traffic during rush hour while, I don't know, cooking a 7-course dinner.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's chaotic, and the sources back this up. Something like 87% of small and medium business founders wear multiple hats. They're juggling everything.
Always.
But AI is shifting from being a nice-to-have to, well, a foundational pillar. It helps manage that chaos. We're seeing 72% of organizations globally already putting AI solutions in place.
And the money follows the trend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Global VC isn't just dipping a toe in, they're pouring, what was it, $89.4 billion into this sector.
With what? Yeah.
The shifts is definitely happening, and the financial world sees it. Which brings us, I think, straight to our first big insight, the money multiplier.
Let's talk about that multiplier because, this is where the market really separates maybe a good company from one with explosive potential.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me. Why is the investment so furious right now? The growth is just huge.
Yeah.
In 2025 alone, 33 U.S. startups have already blown past that $100 million investment mark.
Yeah.
The capital is definitely chasing something big.
And the core reason they're so aggressive, well, it comes down to valuation, really. Risk versus reward.
Oh.
AI startups, on average, command valuations 3.2 times higher than traditional tech companies.
Well, 3.2x. That's significant.
It is. And look, it's not just hype. This premium exists because these AI companies can scale up operations massively with very low marginal costs.
Minimal marginal cost.
Yeah, explain that a bit. Well, think about it. They're not just selling software that needs constant human oversight or support teams that grow linearly with customers. They're selling essentially an autonomous engine.
Oh, okay.
An engine that doesn't need a raise or a lunch break or, paid time off. It just runs and scales.
Okay, but hold on. A 3.2x valuation premium. That sounds, frankly, a bit bubbly, like maybe the dot-com era all over again. What specific business results justify investors taking on that kind of risk premium?
That's a fair question. And it comes down to two really powerful revenue models we see documented again and again in the source material.
Okay, what are they?
First, there's intelligent automation. Take logistics, for example. AI-based systems are cutting operational costs by up to 25%.
25%? How?
By optimizing inventory down to the last unit, predicting demand swings with scary accuracy, and streamlining the whole supply chain. That flows straight to the bottom line. It's a guaranteed margin boost.
Okay, cost reduction is definitely strong. But 3.2x, that multiplier probably needs more than just savings, right?
Oh, absolutely. Which leads to the second model, and this one's the real game changer. Dual value creation.
Dual value. Okay.
Think about AI recommendation engines, say, in online fashion retail. They're generating maybe 30% revenue growth just by making the customer experience super personal.
Right, we've all seen those.
But here's the dual part. At the same time, that AI is gathering incredibly valuable market intelligence. Trends, what colors are hot, demand for certain materials.
So it's learning while it's selling.
Precisely. And that insight is gold for the suppliers, the manufacturers. So the AI company monetizes the customer action and the data insight it generates. It creates value up and down the whole chain.
Okay, that's the engine investors are chasing. That makes sense. If AI is cutting costs by 25% and boosting revenue by 30% simultaneously, well, that changes the whole profit picture.
It does.
It forces you to ask, okay, what parts of my current, manual business process are basically redundant now, obsolete.
And the answer to how all that is even possible, how you get that dual value and extreme scaling, that brings us right to the core technology, agentic AI.
Right. We've all dealt with standard chatbots, haven't we? Feels like an automated phone menu, sometimes limited, rigid, often kind of frustrating.
Exactly. Agentic AI is, well, it's a quantum leap beyond that. This isn't just answering questions. This is technology that manages entire complex workflows. It acts like an autonomous workforce within the business.
An autonomous workforce.
Yeah, and the key difference lies in four critical capabilities these systems have. These elevate them from just being tools to being sort of genuine partners.
Okay, what are the four?
They are autonomy first, then goal-oriented behavior, reasoning and planning, and finally, learning and adaptation.
Okay, let's quickly translate those.
Yeah.
Autonomy, goal-oriented, reasoning planning, learning adaptation. What does that mean in the real world?
Right. So think of standard automation, like maybe a basic GPS. You program the route, it follows the route. That's it.
Okay.
Agentic AI is different. It has reasoning and planning, so it figures out the destination itself. That's the goal-oriented behavior. And then it acts like a really good project manager.
Oh.
It creates the whole multi-stage plan, executes it autonomously, and here's the kicker. If it hits a roadblock, say unexpected data or a system failure, it uses learning and adaptation to figure out a new path. It course corrects and executes new steps all on its own without needing a human to jump in.
Wow. That transfer of decision-making, that's huge. We mentioned that 75% of equity trades are autonomous now, and they're achieving, what, decision accuracy over 90%?
Exceeding 90%, yeah.
That's incredible. But it does raise a question, doesn't it? If the system is 90% accurate, who's on the hook for the other 10% when it fails? Have the sources talked about the legal side of autonomous mistakes?
That's a really important point. The sources focus mostly on the risk mitigation aspect, which is, key to justifying the investment in the first place. The legal frameworks are definitely still catching up.
Right.
But the business focus right now is on maximizing that accuracy. Look at a company like Maersk, the shipping giant. They use autonomous AI agents tracking data from literally thousands of ships, trucks, containers all over the world, monitoring everything, predicting delays, automatically rerouting shipments. The system's high accuracy means the supply chain keeps moving even when things go wrong somewhere.
That ability. Managing a global supply chain almost by itself, that makes the 3.2x premium seem more understandable. Investors are buying resilience.
Exactly. Resilience and productivity. The gains are backing this up. Deloitte's predicting, I think, 25% of companies already using Gen AI will launch specific agentic AI pilots in 2025.
And the results?
Companies putting this into practice, they're reporting average productivity boosts of up to 40%. The efficiency jump is just staggering.
My favorite example, I think, was in customer service. Modern agentic AI handles 85% of interactions start to finish.
Yeah, at the end.
But the really smart part is the predictive defense. PayPal cut its fraud rates by 30%. 30%. Using autonomous AI systems that spot weird transaction patterns in real time. So the system isn't replacing the fraud analyst. It's more like it's giving them superpowers. Okay. It's acting like its own efficient autonomous business unit focused on risk.
And that idea that these aren't just tools but almost independent units brings us nicely to Insight 3, the equalizer. Because you hear these stories, Maersk, PayPal, and you might think, okay, this is only for giants with massive R&D budgets.
But it's not. Right, that's the point. AI has actually become this great equalizer, especially for small and medium-sized businesses.
Absolutely. The barrier to entry has just plummeted. Small businesses that adopt AI are boosting their efficiency by up to 40%.
40% for an SMB, that's transformative.
It is. And it's thanks to affordable cloud solutions, loads of plug-and-play AI tools, and these really comprehensive no-code platforms.
Yeah.
Suddenly, a small team can genuinely compete with much larger organizations by automating things that used to eat up all their time.
And we see concrete examples in the sources, don't we? Like a boutique store using something like Copy.ai for its Instagram posts saw a 40% jump in engagement just from better AI-generated captions. Or e-commerce businesses cutting overstocking by 18% with simple AI inventory tools.
Right, avoiding that wasted capital.
And the retailers using AI chatbots during huge sales events, like Black Friday 2024, they reported a 15% increase in conversion rates. Why? Because they never missed a customer question, even at peak times.
And for those businesses, especially during something like Black Friday, speed is everything, isn't it? Latency delay is the enemy.
Hate it.
Your AI agent needs to respond, decide, act instantly. And that reliance on speed, that need for immediate action, brings us to a really fundamental piece of the tech puzzle, Edge AI.
Okay, Edge AI. This is kind of the hidden bonus, the secret sauce for operational agility.
You could call it that. Edge AI means the data processing happens right there. On the local device could be a camera, a sensor on a factory floor, a payment terminal not shipped off to some distant cloud server.
And why is that so critical?
Well, think about the sheer volume of data being generated. The Internet of Things, all those connected devices. They're expected to generate something like 73.1 zettabytes of data by 2025.
Zettabytes. Okay, put that into perspective for us. How big is a zettabyte?
It's enormous. A zettabyte is a trillion gigabytes,
Yeah.
so 73.1 zettabytes. It's more data than the human brain could process in thousands of lifetimes. It's just a staggering amount.
Okay, wow.
And you simply cannot realistically move that much data fast enough to a central cloud, have it processed, and get a decision back in time for real-time stuff. The latency would kill you.
Got it. So edge processing solves the speed problem. Decisions in milliseconds.
Exactly. Reduced latency is key. But it also offers strategically enhanced data privacy because sensitive data might not need to leave the local site.
Good point.
And crucially, higher availability. These edge systems can often keep working even if the internet connection goes down. Think resilience in remote factories or during network outages.
Okay, so where are we seeing edge AI making the biggest difference right now?
Manufacturing is a huge one. Edge AI enables instant quality control. Computer vision systems right on the assembly line can spot tiny product defects in milliseconds.
So you catch the problem as it happens, not minutes later.
Precisely. You need to know now, not after the data's done a round trip to the cloud and back. And financial services use Edge AI for real-time fraud detection right at the point of sale, on the payment device itself.
So what we're really seeing here is this convergence, isn't it? Autonomous agents, the dual value creation model, and edge computing all coming together.
That convergence, yeah, that's what's creating the truly autonomous enterprise. Business processes are evolving rapidly, from manual to maybe tech-guided to now fully autonomous and self-regulating systems.
It's speeding up.
Massively. Look at development time. LLM-driven agents, the tech behind tools like ChatGPT, are cutting the time it takes to build these automated workflows by something like 67%. Internal processes are being automated faster than anyone really predicted.
So looking ahead, success really hinges on building systems that can just adapt on their own, adapt to changing conditions while always delivering measurable value.
That's the core of it. And the return on investment, the ROI, for making this shift, it seems absolutely solid based on the sources. The global AI market is projected to grow, fivefold in the next 5 years.
Right, 5 times growth.
And companies are reporting, on average, a 3.7x ROI for every single dollar they invest in generative AI right now.
A 3.7x return.
Okay. The business case isn't just sound, it's proving to be one of the most profitable strategic moves a company can make.
Okay, let's zoom out for the final thought here. We've established the money's flowing, the tech is mature enough to justify that 3.2x valuation multiplier we talked about.
Right.
But our sources also flag a risk here, don't they? The potential for these sky-high valuations to create another bubble, a crash, maybe like the dot-com bust.
It's a definite risk, yes. And avoiding that crash means responsible implementation. It means focusing on generating real sustainable value, like through that intelligent automation or the dual value creation we discussed, rather than just, slapping an AI-powered label on something and hyping it up. That focus on genuine, durable value is really the only way to sustain that kind of incredible valuation premium long term.
Right, focus on the fundamentals, even with revolutionary tech, okay?
Yeah.
Every insight really does get deeper on the second listen, so make sure you save this deep dive in your library right now. Don't lose it.
Definitely save it. And next time, we're going to flip the coin. We'll look at the other side of this AI boom. We've got sources digging into the growing concerns, data privacy, algorithmic bias, the impact on the workforce.
Yeah, the tricky stuff. How do you keep that 3.2x valuation, build these powerful systems, without stumbling over major ethical and regulatory landmines?
Exactly. We'll dive into the foundations of AI safety and ethics, the things every entrepreneur needs to build into their systems from the start to avoid future penalties and, frankly, maintain trust.
That sounds crucial. Okay, don't miss that conversation. Until then, keep digging deeper.